Yeah, sideways.
Epic.
Awesome.
That was great.
Thank you. That costume is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Nice and about it.
That would be awesome.
So Saturday we went to the Calgary Comic Expo, the big annual comic convention that occurs here in Alberta. Well, there's also one in Edmonton, but we're closer to Calgary, so we always go to the Calgary one. And it's pretty big. I don't know how it compares to the San Diego convention, the really big and famous one, but this is the closest thing we've got. And Calgary is a big metropolis. The expo fills our fairground rodeo area where the Calgary Stampede, the Stampede Park, occurs. And we always go there. We like to look at what the vendors are selling, and we like to get our pictures taken with some of the guests. We always get a family picture like this one. This is Carl Weathers, of course. And I was looking forward to meeting Carl Weathers. We had, grew up a big Rocky fan, and the girls didn't, wasn't something they were totally looking forward to or anything, though. They had some other folks in mind, but Carl was pretty nice. So we saw him in the morning, and then we went around and we looked at, what the vendors were selling, and we always like to look at, because we all like comics, and we all like toys, and we all like movies, and we're kind of nerds, but also obviously part of the massive popular culture, because these conventions, these expositions draw massive crowds, and so we're definitely not alone in our enjoyment of this stuff.
I spotted you right there today.
That's not right now.
Say hey.
I take this picture.
You came at me from head on this time instead of behind.
Did you speed up?
You like those guys? Yeah, Adventure Time.
But yeah, we went around, and previous years, we've always gotten family pictures with some of the guests, and so we've kind of made that a tradition that every year we get some kind of family picture with at least one of the expo guests. And in some years we've had, just the three of us, myself, my wife, and my daughter. Other years we had my daughter's her old boyfriend that she had. We've met quite a few people at the expo. So this was Carl, and then we went around and checked out what the vendors were selling, and then that was a big mess. Like, I could hardly look this year because it was just so full of people, that it was like massive sensory overload for us, or at least for me. Eventually we made our way into the area where they were doing autographs for different guests. There's like a big area for photo ops, and then there's a big area for autographs, and some of the guests will do photos at the autograph area. And so this was Scott Wilson, who was one of the characters who played Herschel from The Walking Dead, and we went up not to get his autograph, but just to get a family photo with him, because we hadn't selected a photo op. You can see probably somewhat in the background, the amount of people that are lined up to get into, lined up to go and meet him. Some of the guests have huge lines. You know, especially the really popular ones. Denai Guerrera, who plays what was her name? She's on the Walking Dead as well. She's the one that carries the sword. She had a huge line, and so, you know, we're glad we didn't have to wait in that to get an autograph, because as it turned out, this was the one that my wife really wanted to get for this year, and so we met her at the end of the day, very end of the day. She was almost an hour late to her photo ops, because she was busy signing autographs in another part of the complex. So yeah, so we got to meet a few people. Stan Lee was there, but we met Stan Lee in previous years, so we didn't want to do a repeat experience. What's his name that plays Daryl on Norman Reedus on The Walking Dead? He was going to be there, and my wife always likes to go see him. We would have seen him for the second time around, but I guess he had to back out, and so yeah. So these were the ones that we went and got our family photos with, and we've got a pretty big collection growing. It's kind of nice to have, every year to have these different photos with some kind of celebrity, and just something fun to do. So we had already had tickets before, my bad luck and stuff this year started happening. Otherwise, we probably wouldn't have been able to afford to go to this.